In this video, we'll be launching the Arduino IDE. Look at the icon. If we installed it in the previous video, you will see an icon Arduino on your desktop, or you can go to your program files and then check for it. So we are going to launch it. Starting. Yes, it has opened. So if you take a look at the top here, you can see Sketch SEP20A. That is, if you open by default, it will show you a sketch, and the date I'm recording this video is September 20th, and this is the first sketch I'm opening. That's why it shows as A. If I open another sketch, it will tell me what sketch September 20B. If I open another one, sketch September 20C. So by default, that's how they launch a sketch. And what is a sketch? Whatever file you write, whatever program you write in the IDE is called a sketch. Okay, and then we have what we call the sketchbook. Sketchbook is a folder where all the sketches are being saved. So here on the top, you see the name of the file and then the Arduino version you are using. Okay, if you come on the file, you can see what new. If you want to create a new sketch, open. If you want to open a sketch, you have already I've created a sketch before, function.ino. You can open a sketch you have written before. If you come to sketchbook, this is where all the sketches you have written, or all the programs you have written, are being stored under sketchbook. Under examples, you can see examples here. Under these examples, what you see here is this. These are default programs that come with the IDE, and these programs are to show you example. So let's click on this button. For another one, an already made code has been opened. So if you are new to the Arduino programming, you can just go through these lines of code, follow up. So if you are not doing a very complicated project, you can go to the example and then find a code that suits what you are trying to do, and just upload it straight. So that is that under the examples. Here you can close this window, you can save this project, you can rename it under save as. Okay, you can clear this sketch and then maybe save it as my first code, and then you can save it, so it no longer show out as sketch. You go and do save. You see here now it has changed. It's no longer sketch as it was showing. And one thing is, your Arduino sketch, the name must not have space, so it automatically put an underscore there. So you either use an underscore or use a single name without spacing. Under edit, you can copy the code you have written to paste it on a forum, or you can copy the text as you can copy the code as a HTML code. Let's say you want to embed it inside your website, so you can copy it as HTML code. And here if you copy something somewhere, let's say you copy a code on a blog or on a forum, and you want to come and paste it, you can do that. Here you can go to a line, and the good thing is you can see some commands here, like Ctrl V, Ctrl A, Ctrl L, Ctrl Shift C. If in case you want to use keyboard shortcut, you can click this command. And all of this, comment and increase indent, decrease indent, all this one are just formatting commands. When you come under sketch, you have verify, compile. If you have written a code, there might be a mistake. Maybe mistakenly you press a key on your keyboard without noticing. So when you press compile, it goes through your code to check whether everything is in order, and if it encounters an error, it will tell you, it will show you down here at this window. It will show you here that there is an error in your code at so line, so you can go back and take a look at it. If you have verified or compiled your code successfully, you can then click on upload to now upload it to the hardware, and you can see the commands by this side. So you can use keyboard shortcut to do that. This one you don't need it for now. This one you don't need it for now. And this one you can click to show the folder in which your programs are being saved. Under include library, this is where you can manage your libraries. There are some libraries that come automatically when you launch the IDE. And for example, if you are doing the project, let's say you're working on a robot, and then someone else have worked on that robot before, and they have written a library, you want to include it in your work, you can download the zip file and then add it to part of your libraries. So that is very simple. Other tools here, you don't need much. This auto format, you can use it after maybe you have written a bunch of lines of code and then the whole program is looking scattered. You can use this auto format and it will align your code in a very neat way for easy debugging and other things like that. So these ones you don't need it for now. This serial monitor, let's say you want to print something on the IDE or on the screen. It's okay. You want to view the action, the performance of how your code is being is functioning. You want to the microcontroller to print something on the screen, use the serial monitor. And then this serial plotter you don't need for now. Under this board, this is where you will connect an Arduino board to your system. This is where you select the type of board you have connected. I've told you we have different types of Arduino board. We have the Uno and the rest of them. So if you connect it, you come on that board and then you select what your board, the corresponding board that you have plugged in, as you can see here. So on that port, we have different computer ports. Your USB port, where you connect the Arduino board, you select the corresponding Arduino board. If you connect it on port 7, you select port 7. Else, you may have error while trying to upload your code. So the rest, you leave it as it is. Don't touch anything and you are good to go. So with that being said, most of the things we have explained before, you have some icons representing them. Like here, if you click on this is what to verify your code. So you don't need to go under sketch and verify. Once you finish writing your code, you can just click here and then you verify it. Or you click here, you upload it. Or if you want to open a new file sketch, you click here to open a new sketch. You can click here to open a sketch you have written before, or you can click here to what? Save. And this is what the serial monitor. If you click here, it will open the serial monitor. Board at COM3 is not available because there is no board connected. Let's talk about the syntax of Arduino programming. If you open a sketch or a program in Arduino, basically what you see is what? We have the void setup and the void loop. Whatever a code you put inside this void setup will be executed or will run once. Let's say, for example, in real life, when you wake up, there are some things you do them as the day breaks. Let's say you brush, you go to the toilet, you bath. These are things you do mostly once in a day when you're about to go out for the activities for the day. So such is for Arduino program. You initialize all your codes inside this void setup. While in the void loop, whatever you put in here will keep on running repeatedly. So in real life, let's say when you go out for work, then the rest of the activities you do will be inside the void loop. Let's say checking when it's time for breakfast, when it's time for lunch, when it's time to go for a walk, when it's time to go for a meeting, when it's time for you to check on your boss, or when it's time for you to go for dinner and all those things. All will be put inside the void loop. So this keep on checking. Once a condition is being met, it will execute it and go over the other ones and then keep on looping. Let's examine one of the examples. Let's go under examples, basic, and come to blink. This is already a written example in Arduino. As you can see now, in the void setup, you can see that the initialized digital pin LED pull up as an output. So they say pin mode equal to output. So once the program starts, the microcontroller will just activate that LED built in as output for once, and then it will jump out and then enter the void loop. the loop runs over and over and over again forever. So here now it will write the LED high for, let's say, for a given period of time, which is what, for a second, that is 1000 milliseconds. Then it will write it low again. So this one keep on happening over and over and over and over. You can see the effect of this code in action. You can see that the LED on the Arduino board blinks for a second and off. It's flashing. So because of the effect of this loop. In our next video, we're talking about what we call variables in Arduino programming. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a minute. Thank you.